We're doing a best arm exercises you're not doing but should. Well, originally he was sitting back a little too far and leaning back and bringing the bar down to his forehead, but what you really want to do is you want to sit completely upright with the arms straight up overhead, and then only moving at the elbows. You want to curl the weight down behind your head. And the common theme here on most of these exercises is the fact that you're hitting the biceps and triceps from unique angles, which allows you to hit different muscle fibers. Remember, there's thousands and thousands of muscle fibers in every muscle. And when you do a barbell curl or a dumbbell concentration curl, you're only hitting certain muscle fibers within that muscle. You're not even, getting close to hitting all the muscle fibers. So what happens is when you change up an angle, you hit muscle fibers that normally don't come into play on most of the exercises you're doing. And if you really want to blow your arms up, you need to grow every single muscle fiber that you possibly can for the best overall muscle size. But again, you sit in a lat pull down station and you're just curling the weight from an overhead position back behind your head. This one targets, because you're bringing the arms forward and overhead, hits more of that short head or the inner head of the biceps. On this exercise, it's really not about the weight. It's a difficult exercise because it really isolates the biceps because of the position you're in. You can't cheat at all. So if you notice, Mark, who's strong as hell, and his biceps, his arms are huge, is using 30 or 40 pounds here, because again, it's such a difficult exercise because it's only involving the biceps. The guys back in Arnold's era were really able to hone in on that ability to focus on the muscle while they're doing it. And now research is showing that people who do think about the muscle fiber when they're working, that the muscle activity increases within that muscle. For example, there was a study done in the UK where they had guys do a biceps curl. And one time they did it, they focused on the biceps contracting each time they did it. They only focused on the biceps, and they measured the muscle activity of the biceps. That's how many muscle fibers you're using when you're doing that exercise. And then a second time they had them do the same exercise, but this time they were focusing on just moving the weight. And what they found is that when they focused on just that bicep contracting, that the muscle activity increased significantly in the biceps. More muscle activity means you're using more muscle fibers in that muscle, and that can lead to greater muscle growth. So really, the key is not just about moving big weight. Again, big weight is important because the stronger you are, the more overload you can place on that muscle. But it's also important to be able to focus on the muscle fibers that you're using in each exercise. So really, when you're lifting, the key thing is to really focus on those muscles that you're using in each of the exercises that you're doing.